on how you can force yourself. The problem is we have these wonderful quota ideas, but we sometimes struggle to keep ourselves to it. How do we do it? Two suggestions that I've got, and I'll send Henriette and Arlette the information. There's actually an international in November. They call it Acrimo, which is a writing month in November. And what people do is they sign up and they actually make a commitment publicly on this forum how much they will write. And then you report and you discuss your public writing. So it's like a case of other people reminding you and you reminding other people. The Acrimo people also have, and I've just got my copy recently, they have something called the Phodometer, or the PhD-ometer, which is an app. It's an application that you can put on your computer, and it records how many words you're writing and how much time you've spent on writing, which is quite interesting. I'm actually doing a research study on that. Okay, the number and how much time is one thing, but I want to find out what enables people to write. So, okay, you did so many words and you spent so much time. What was special about that day? What made you able to write and what didn't make you able to write? So whether you're participating in a research program or not on it, it would be useful to see for yourself. Make a note. That day where I did so much writing, what was special about that day? You know, did someone encourage me? Did someone help me? Did my family leave me alone in peace and I could carry on? Was I writing with my friend? Where was I? Was I in the library? What enabled? And I think sometimes that's useful also as the supervisor to ask your students. And I find myself being reflective about that. My student will say, I wrote 5,000 words this week. And the student is a very reluctant writer. And I say, well done, you. But what made you able to write this week? What made this week special? Okay, so think about that so you can try to solve your own writing problems that way. Another way so the Phodometer is useful. It's an application. It's quite cheap. I think it's about $1 Hong Kong dollar. So it's about 10 Rand for the application. I do have a few spare copies as part of my research project. So if people want a free copy, I can also, then you've got to take part in my project. And let me know what enabled you to write. Okay, so that's the Phodometer. Another thing is having a writing group. Having a group of friends that you get together with, and it's a bit like the Acrimo month as well. It's publicly telling people what you are doing. I've been struggling a lot because I have quite a few PhD and master students, too many actually at the moment. So I've been getting them together once a month and getting them to have to write something and have to show the others and the others. Then I pair them up depending on how much they've done, and then they help and check each other's writing. Sometimes that kind of writing group with having a friend, even if that friend is not exactly in the discipline, is quite useful. And as a supervisor, it's really useful to pair up your students and to give them the feedback, because we don't see our own mistakes. Right? So it's really useful for someone else to say, but I don't understand. Now, again, because I work with English teachers, I inevitably find my students correcting each other's grammar. And I say, no, you're not allowed to do that. But what you must do is I want you to circle every time something is unclear to you. So that's a really good way to work with a friend, is get your friend to read yours and just to circle or underline everything that is unclear. All right? Or, so either I don't understand, or you need more detail. Just that. And doing something as simple as that sometimes makes it clearer for people.